So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So, let's get into it. Alright, so week 8 of the NFL season is coming to a close, and for the Chicago Bears, they take not a heartbreaking loss, but they take a loss to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday in a very entertaining game. In this video, I'm just going to give you all a quick recap of what I saw during the game, give grades for offense, defense, special teams, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video. Today, we're doing the Bears. The Bears played a very entertaining game, especially with their offense against the Dallas Cowboys. However, they fall to the Dallas Cowboys 49-29 on Sunday. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get straight into the recap. Let's start with the elephant in the room. As always, how did Justin Fields play on Sunday? This dude played amazing in a very small sample size, too. He was 17 for 23 with 151 yards passing, averaged 8 yards per throw, and threw two touchdowns. And he took 4 sacks, and he had a 120 quarterback rating. Justin Fields is growing before our eyes. Every week he's been getting better and better. We saw it last week against New England. The offense has gone with them. There's still plays where they've let him down. The sacks, the fumbles, the drops. But overall, Justin Fields has made the most out of his situation with very limited, talent around him, and he's made the most of it. He's played well, making quick decisions, hasn't really turned over the ball much. He did have a couple turnover-worthy plays, but nothing really set in stone. A few sacks here and there, but those weren't his fault. He's doing everything he can. He was the reason the Bears were in this game for so long. Because it probably wouldn't even been close if he wasn't playing quarterback for the Bears. I like the way he played. He was decisive. He had a lot of zip on his throws. He didn't make too many mistakes. He found an open guy. Didn't miss too many open guys. He did have the one overthrow to St. Brown, but other than that, I thought he played really well. Still using his legs to his fullest capability. I really like how they're using him now. It's just they couldn't pull together enough stops to be able to get the win. But overall, Fields played great. He's looking like a franchise quarterback. He's growing before our eyes. Rushing the ball. Again, this is the third straight game where the Bears have had over 200 yards rushing. Led by Khalil Herbert, of course. 16 attempts, 99 yards, averaged 6 yards per carry, and he had 1 touchdown. Justin Fields also had a good game on the ground. He had 8 attempts for 60 yards with the touchdown, and he averaged 7 yards per scramble, and his scrambles really get us out of tough situations on third down. Montgomery got involved. He had 15 carries for 53 yards. He only averaged 3 yards per carry. So the thing is, with David Montgomery, you can start to see, why people are calling for Khalil Herbert to take over the role. Khalil Herbert has made the most out of his opportunities. I think it's just because he can explode through those gaps. He doesn't break as many tackles as Monty, but he can explode through those gaps, and it's harder to tackle him because he's small. But he did have an almost fumble. I know David Montgomery fumbled during this game, but their rushing attack is deadly. They lead the league in rushing, I think, and this is their third straight game with over 200 yards rushing. Usually when they do that, they win, but the defense just couldn't pull out stops. But overall, the rushing game was great. I would like to see David Montgomery get a few more opportunities. It kind of seems like his production has gone down. I kind of feel like he's not hitting the hole fast enough. I feel like he's trying to do too much dancing, which led to that costly fumble, in which Micah Parsons returned for a touchdown because nobody touched him while he was on the ground. And that was a bad mistake by Fields, but it would never got to that point if Montgomery just would have ran for the first down and not tried to dance and fumbled. So, but other than that, Velus Jones, he had 33 yards on the ground as well. But other than that, the rushing game was great. Receiving. Now, I say receiving was okay. Darnell Mooney, as usual, he had 5 targets, 5 receptions for 70 yards. N'Keal Harry, the new addition, has actually played out pretty well for us in his limited sample size. 2 targets, 2 receptions for only 24 yards, but he caught a touchdown pass. Cole Kmet caught a touchdown pass. But other than that, there was a lot of key drops. The Velus Jones drop on a perfectly thrown ball by Fields. The St. Brown drop, even though I felt like that was a very good defense. Dante Pettis, I don't think he dropped the pass, but, he got a pass broken up. So other than that, the receiving game has been okay. They still need that guy. Mooney, he's okay. He'll get open, but he's not a number one guy. And what the Bears need, especially for Fields' development, they need that guy who can go up and catch it. N'Keal Harry has filled that role. I think I'd like to see him get more, action in the offense. But at the same time, you still need that number one guy he can throw to, and we don't have that on this team. Still too many mistakes, missed time routes, the drops, and not being able to position your body to be able to make the catch. But other than that, I felt like the receiving game played well. I basically thought the offense played well for the entire game. It's just that they were fighting from behind the entire game because of what we're going to get to next is the defense. I don't know what was wrong with the Bears defense on Sunday. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. I don't know what was wrong with them. The only bright side was Eddie Jackson got an interception. And I'm gonna say this again. Where is Roquan Smith? Where are the linebackers in this defense? They're playing a 4-3. I get that they're not getting pressure up front. Where are your linebackers to stop the running back? Roquan Smith is getting dragged into the end zone by Tony Pollard, who had 3 touchdowns on the ground. 3. And he dragged your $200 million linebacker into the end zone. That's unacceptable. Nicholas Morrow, he had another shaky game in which he over pursued. People are gonna harp on Jaquan Brisker and Eddie Jackson not making tackles in the second level, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to keep making tackles in the second level. It feels like every time an opposing team runs the ball, they're getting into the secondary, getting open holes with that offensive line. The Bears are small, I get that, but at the same time, if you're looking to get paid as a linebacker, not a premium position, you got to make those plays. You cannot over pursue and you cannot miss tackles. So the defense did not play well at all. They're the reason the Bears lost this game, because even 2 stops wins them this game. If they would have just got off the field on third down, the Cowboys were 9 of 10 on third down, and the Bears just could not get them off the field because of the run. So the defense did not play well whatsoever. I'm disappointed in the defense because I thought, they would play better. But, yeah. Special teams, not too much going on for special teams. Cairo Santos hit a field goal and 2 extra points. Not too much in the punt and return game. So I'll just get straight to grades. For the offense, A+. They scored. Usually when you score near 30 points, you should be able to win the game. Quick decision-making by Fields. Guys were getting open. The running game was working. What more can you do as an offense? Let's go to defense. Defense is going to get an F. An F-, because you give up 50 points in a game where you needed to get stops. After every Bears score, the Cowboys would go the other way and get a score. The no tackling. The pass coverage was weaker this week. I felt like they played the secondary had an off game, but the run defense has been suspect all year. So they're going to get an F- for this. Hopefully they can bounce back next week. It felt like with the absence of Robert Quinn over there, it felt like it kind of threw that defense out of sync. But yeah, F- for the defense. I'm going to give special teams a B. They didn't really do too much, and I didn't really get a lot of electric kick returns or punt returns. I felt like Velus Jones on kick return was way too conservative. So they're going to get a B. For coaching, this is going to be a tougher grade. I'm going to give them probably a B+. Alan Williams did not call a great game on defense for the Bears, and that led them to lose this game. But I felt like Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy called a heck of a game, even though there were some play calls that I did not agree with, kind of like the shovel pass on third down or the third down, option to Montgomery. I don't agree with that, but I felt like Luke Getsy and Matt Eberflus called a perfect game, near perfect game, to be able to win this. So I'm going to give them a B+. But overall, it was an entertaining game for the Bears. They fought, but they take that L and they fall to 3-5 on the season. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. That helps the channel grow. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these Bears recap videos. Follow me on social medias. I will be talking about the Bears all week. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.